Station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And tonight on DC News Now at 5, a missing father found murdered. 2 people now in custody. What law enforcement is saying about the investigation. Also, stretching your dollar with car prices going down is now the best time to buy. We're live at the DC Auto Show with answers. And who you're going to call Ghost Burger? You may be surprised who placed a big order in the district.
And it was a very blustery Friday to wrap up this week, and it's still a bit breezy out there this evening. When do we expect things to calm down, and what's the latest with that storm system arriving on Sunday? We'll have a check of the forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Damon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall. Right now, 2 teens are behind bars in Prince William County facing murder charges. Weeks after a 20-year-old Woodbridge father was reported missing. Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcella joins us live from Woodbridge, and Max, Jose Guerrero's family has pleaded for answers for weeks, but this is not what they were hoping for.
That's right. They've held their own searches. They've prayed together at candlelight vigils that we've shown you. You've heard from them. They've spoken to us about just how much they love Jose, just how much they wanted him home. So to hear the news tonight is simply just crushing for the family. We do know some details from police. They tell us that the 2 suspects are arrested in connection with the stabbing of Jose Guerrero last month. Police say the 2 suspects drove Guerrero's body to Prince George's County, Maryland. They say this all happened during a drug deal when an altercation occurred. The 2 suspects, 19 years old, 17 years old, they are both facing murder charges. One of the suspects also facing a robbery charge. And again, Jose Guerrero's family, you've heard from his girlfriend, his mother, friends who say he was just a loving guy, that they couldn't believe he would be missing and that this was happening. And now to hear this news, right now they're just in a state of mourning, but later tonight they are holding another gathering where they can just come together, hug and share memories, hopefully bring a smile and a laugh to many faces that are so desperate for one right now. Reporting live in Woodbridge, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Max, thank you. A report of a gun on the campus of Albert Einstein High School in Kensington, Maryland led to a lockdown this afternoon. Police took a student into custody. The lockdown was lifted after about an hour, but officers did not find a gun. Now, dismissal took a little longer because police released the students in groups. They're still investigating the initial report. Well, thousands took to the streets of D.C. for the 50th Annual March for Life, this year with a new focus going into 2023. Washington correspondent Basil John was at the march and brings us details from the Capitol.
People from all across the country marched in Washington, D.C. Friday to make their voices heard and stand against abortion.
Should we still march?
This is the 50th year of the anti-abortion march, but the first one since the Supreme Court struck down the federal right to an abortion.
We will march until abortion is unthinkable.
The next phase now begins, and that's what this year's march is all about. The next steps in a post-Roe era.
For Holly Montanari, this is the 20th march she has attended, and she says she's proud to see younger people coming out in support.
That's really what motivates me to keep coming back and supporting them too, because they're going to have another fight on their, on their hands, even now that it's at the state level.
Many at the march say even though the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, they came out to march because they say there's still more work to do.
It's not just the laws, but to change people's minds as well.
We are a pro-life generation, and we are going to be the ones not only to overturn Roe, which we've already done, but to end abortion throughout all 50 states.
Congress was not in session during the event, but participants say they're still sending a strong message to lawmakers.
Stand with us for the human rights of every human being.
Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Developing now, investigators are trying to figure out what caused a heavy fire in a 2-story home under construction in southeast D.C. Now, you can see the flames consuming the side of the home, which was under construction. It happened on Chester Street shortly after 1 this afternoon. Crews managed to knock down the fire quickly. No one was hurt. We're taking a live look outside at the Washington Monument, where we started the day off with some fog that soon turned into sun and a mix of clouds. But are the warm temperatures sticking around? Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the check on the forecast. Damon, how's the weather going to be like for the weekend?
Well, Mark, it's going to be interesting the next couple of days. And today, we've been dealing with sort of the aftermath, if you will, after the rainfall moved through. Now the back end of this storm system is producing a lot of wind. You saw the camera shaking a little bit there. Yeah, it's still very blustery with wind gusts around that 25 to 30 mile per hour range all the way across the DMV and into the four-state region as well, where we've had some very strong wind gusts earlier today in West Virginia, Western Maryland, up to 50 miles an hour. But those strongest gusts are now behind us, and we're just going to have these blustery conditions throughout the rest of the evening and for the most part tonight. It has been quiet though. We've had that sunshine off to the east into D.C., but back to the west, we still have had some snow showers ongoing into parts of Garrett County, which has kept a winter weather advisory in place, and it will keep in place until the middle of the night tonight. As those snow showers start to wrap up, we'll lose the advisory. But at least for now, yeah, off to the east through much of the viewing area, we still have a good mix of clear sky and cloud cover, and those temperatures aren't all that bad. But when you factor in the wind, it's feeling a little bit chilly. So just bundle up. Other than that, you should be good to go to start out your weekend. And tomorrow is looking quite nice as well. But it's Sunday that we are continuing to keep a very close eye on as the storm system rolls in. Now, the big question here is how many of us could potentially see a wintry mix before the weekend comes to an end. We'll have a full check of that forecast coming up here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. D.C. police have identified the victim of a deadly stabbing in DuPont Circle. The victim, 47-year-old Mubarak Mursal. Police say it happened before 10 p.m. What led up to the deadly stabbing remains under investigation. Police are offering up to $25,000 for any information that leads to an arrest. Well, abortion pills in Virginia are getting their first hearing of this year's legislative session, but they're not likely to become law anytime soon. 3 bills that would have placed bans on abortions after certain time frames are not moving forward at this time after not gaining enough support during today's Health Professions Subcommittee meeting. Those bills include banning abortion after 24 weeks, 15 weeks, or a total ban, with exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. Currently, abortion is legal in Virginia through the second trimester.